Hello, if you're wondering why Anthony isn't here to watch last video, today I'll be talking about my experience in the hospital, which is why I'm in front of a fake hospital. This isn't real. This is a fake. This is all fake. Ooh. Talking about the people in the hospital. I went to the hospital that, like, when you call 911 and say that you have an emergency, that's the type of hospital I went to. I don't want to say what other people had that was so hospitalizing, I guess, but uh, just it was disgusting to say. I'm here to talk about how I went to the hospital. So first, I'll tell you why I had to go to the hospital. I was getting ready for school, and while I was combing my hair, I started feeling lightheaded. And then I started seeing spots. And you know, when you see that, that means you're about to faint. And I did. And it's super, super serious in your faint. But it wasn't like a faint that went for a long time. That was just like, I felt dizzy, I fell, and I like instantly woke up. And I really wanted to go to school that day. Don't call me a nerd or anything. I just like school. Yeah, when that happened, I was like, oh no, I'm not going to school today. And when my parents dropped Anthony off for school, cause like he is not dealing with this. I instantly went to the hospital, and they started treating me, and I I was having a fever beforehand, so maybe that's related. But anyways, let's go inside so that I can tell you the rest of the story so that I can be more on theme. Okay, so now we're inside the hospital thing, and I'm gonna tell you the rest of the story without trying to like reveal anyone's identity or anything like that or something. I don't know. First, and a blood test, and then they had to like hook me up to an IV bag. I forgot what it was called, and they had me have a urine test. So first, they actually did talk to the nurse. The nurse asked me questions like, "Oh, what are some other problems that you've been having? Is this a family thing? On a scale of 0 to 10, how bad is it? Blah blah blah." After that, they then like scanned my heart with stickers. Like they put stickers on my body, put little clips on the stickers, and then they scanned it to see if anything was wrong with that. And then it was time for the IV thing. So they took. No, actually, it was the blood test. At this little, not syringe, but like a little thing that took the blood out. They did it on my ring finger, but like I don't have a ring finger, so pretend the pinky is the ring finger. They put it there. The doctor like squeezed the blood out. Well, not all the blood out, just like a drop of blood. It took that, and then took that for testing. But they didn't come back with the results yet. And then after that, they did hang me onto the IV thing. They actually used a syringe this time. I think. No, it wasn't. They used something to like. Guess it was a syringe. They put it on my arm, and I was looking at it away at a time because like I don't like being stabbed by a needle. Alright, got a stab onto me. I think they took that for blood as well or something. I don't know. Then they immediately hooked me up. Like they put the thing that attaches to the bag in there, and then they put cords, and then they could put the cords up into the IV bag, which then put me on the IV bag. Woo! And then they had to like transport me onto a wheelchair while on the IV bag, hanging on a little hanger thing. But the last thing was the urine test. And that was kind of weird to do, to like say what happened while not trying to get like not trying to like ruin your imagination or something when I did or something. But the doctor really wanted a urine test from me because it was the last thing I needed to do. So they gave me a cup that was a cup. They said to fill it with pee halfway from the cup. So I went to the restroom while still being in a wheelchair and attached to the IV bag. And they hung the IV bag to a little hook on the door. And I filled it halfway. Well, and then I washed my hands, and then I went back to the doctors. They took it, and then they left to do inspections. So took something else with them. I forgot what it was. But it was also they took more blood out of me while they were putting the thing in me. It's like they stabbed me with this. I don't want to say sir. They stabbed me. I'll just say that. And then they instantly brought like a container, and then they extracted the blood out there, and then they took that out, and then they put the IV back in there without taking out the thing. And then when the doctor came back with the results, he was like, "Oh, your son is a healthy son." Which means like I had no low blood sugar, nothing like that. Which didn't really explain why I fainted in the first place, but okay. But the doctor said that it would be because I was dehydrated and nothing to do with food, nothing like that. It's just I was dehydrated. So that was it. And we left, and then yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry if I like kind of scared you for a little bit because I fainted. Ooh. Hope you like and subscribe. I hope Auntie gets his account back, honestly. Anyways, bye bye.